How dare she compare herself to Michael Jordan in any kind of way? She's got a signature shoe, and she's pretty damn proud of it. She's an ambitious young woman.
She's been dropping little, gems about this signature shoe.
Was it true that Angel Reese mentioned Michael Jordan's new sneakers in the same conversation? That kind of comment causes you to pause and wonder if she truly comprehends the significance of what she is saying. It seems more like fantasy than confidence when you assert that you are on par with Jordan without the credentials to support it. And that's where Reese ended up, transforming what ought to have been a significant event into a self-inflicted scandal. The current state of affairs is as follows. The collaboration between Angel Reese and Reebok was a significant step. Fans were commenting about the fact that she is among the league's youngest players to have her own trademark sneaker. For her to get a job like this, it's not common. Additionally, Reese discussed the significance of the sneakers for her during the promotional run for her next shoe. She described her desire for her sneakers to be used for purposes other than basketball. She made it obvious that, like Jordan's, she intended them to be worn everywhere. You see, that was when things really took a turn for the worse. When Reese compared her sneakers to Michael Jordan's famous quote, the majority of fans thought she wasn't ready for the discussion. She desired for her shoes to become a symbol of culture that people wore off the court as well as daily. Like how they wear Jordans everywhere, she stated in her own words. I want the Angel Reese ones to be worn everywhere. It wasn't nuanced. Her goal was for her sneakers to become the next big thing. However, that comparison was laden now that I think about it. Beyond just being shoes, Jordan's sneakers embody history, power, and influence through their leather and laces. So it seemed more like Reese was omitting a few steps when she included her product in the same conversation. The statement was immediately ridiculed by fans. Some referred to it as diluted. Nobody is wearing these bricks in the streets, other people bluntly informed her. The tone was overwhelming. People were upset over the statements that were affixed to the shoes, not the shoes themselves. In fact, some enthusiasts acknowledged that the shoe design wasn't all that horrible. They might purchase them, they said. But what's the issue? The goods were totally eclipsed by her Jordan line. Everyone was discussing whether she had the right to make that kind of allegation, rather than engaging in a sneaker discussion. Let's face it though, Reese was more focused on developing her brand than improving her skills. You can have your shoe be household, but don't bring up Jordan for the sake of your already poor reputation. Who is your twin PR manager? Many individuals were offended by her desire for fame first and dominance subsequently. Why, therefore, did this hurt so much? Jordan's sneakers are the norm because they are more than just shoes. Jordan established a sneaker empire that is now valued at billions of dollars. Generations are connected by his shoes, and his renowned supremacy on the court is directly responsible for his success. The problem is that Jordan did more than just play well. He won championships, controlled the league, and permanently changed the sport. His sneakers became a global sensation as a result. People were buying a piece of grandeur, not just shoes. That being said, Angel Reese is still in her sophomore year of the WNBA. Although she is talented, her professional achievements are still somewhat modest. Her comparison seems hurried and overconfident to her admirers because of the discrepancy. Even LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry couldn't duplicate Jordan's cultural sneaker influence, another group of fans who rejected the notion. Why would Reese be the one to accomplish it if legends like that couldn't compete with him? Angel Reese positioned her shoe release in a certain way. She cannot expect to sell her shoes by shooting layups, a fan said. She leaned into an entirely inappropriate comparison with Michael Jordan rather than allowing her play to speak for itself. Jordan transformed the sport, the culture, and the market, in addition to being a player with a signature sneaker. Reese hasn't even approached that point, and her statements that repeat his trajectory give the impression that she is out of step with her true position.
Nobody's going to forget about Air Jordans because Angel Reese has a shoe, but, hey, look. She's Reebok, in fact. Hey, I was wearing Reeboks back in the 80s. And I know some of y'all were too. And you haven't heard a lot from Reebok in recent years, and they've attached their brand to Angel Reese, and they're going to see if she can help bring them with some relevance. The Jordan brand is worth about $7 billion.
It's not helped by the shoe itself. The athlete, their style, and their identity on the court should all be connected to the signature sneaker. What she unveiled resembled a fashion statement rather than a basketball-specific item. People start to wonder if she's more interested in establishing a lasting legacy in the sport or attracting attention off the court after that kind of gaffe. She also has poor timing. She hasn't even made a name for herself as one of the best WNBA players, really. Although player difficulties are common, they draw attention to how odd it is to be discussing sneaker history and worldwide supremacy at this point. Establishing credibility first via performance, leadership, and consistency would have made her entry into the shoe industry feel earned rather than coerced. The way this contributes to a larger issue of misaligned priorities is what hurts the most. People might have viewed the shoe release as a celebration of Reese's development if she had focused more on raising her game. Rather, it appears that she is rushing to become famous before laying the groundwork for a lasting foundation. Because of this, the entire situation seems less like a breakthrough and more like a diversion from the work she still has to do. She's still not solid, to be fair. Despite her occasional bursts of talent, she hasn't yet taken over the WNBA the way Jordan did in the NBA. Fans specifically brought attention to this disconnect between ambition and reality, which caused a glaring difference in how people perceive her. In addition to this, Angel Reese has been candid about her WNBA salary position. She acknowledged that her expenses are not even covered by her job.
Ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us. No, they are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are. I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we out.
That's a possibility, for real.
Yeah.
She disclosed that her WNBA income is only roughly $73,000 each season, while her rent alone costs about $8,000 per month. The league check doesn't go very far, according to her calculations.
Hand pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it
Is
covers
it,
that. It definitely covers that.
What is my, I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times,
Here, I'll do it.
yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it really? You don't even, yo! I'm living beyond my means. It's like, no, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
It was a hazardous move for Angel Reese to refer to her WNBA paycheck as just a bonus. It suggested that her personal brand is more important than the league itself. Such framing might easily overwhelm a player's real development if she is still in the early stages of her career. It gave the impression that she was disconnected from the realities that most players encounter rather than improving her standing in the league. Additionally, the timing wasn't favorable. A broader discussion on compensation in women's sports was sparked when WNBA players recently rejected a plan that would have raised earnings. Reese appeared out of step with the battles her peers are still fighting for when she dismissed her paycheck immediately after. It appeared more like boasting than advocacy. Additionally, her position is contradictory. She draws attention to endorsement agreements with well-known companies like McDonald's and Reebok. She does, however, allude to her displeasure with the league's earnings. Presenting her pay as a bonus undermines the justification for higher compensation if her outside income is already significantly higher. Caitlin Clark is preferred by most fans because of this. It is uncommon for Clark to make audacious claims about herself. She doesn't liken her brand to legendary figures. She maintains the emphasis on growth, leadership, and performance. "We never hear Caitlin Clark talk about herself this way," said one of the fan comments that went viral. For many, that statement encapsulated their frustration. Her popularity feels more natural since Clark lets her game speak for itself. She is perceived as disciplined, grounded, and basketball first. On the contrary, Reese was made fun of for attempting to enter into discussions that she hadn't yet earned the right to have. Although she is known for her assertiveness, it backfires in situations like this. Additionally, Clark gains from Reese's errors in a rivalry that already dominates WNBA narratives. Reese appears to be the talkative one, yet she comes across as the serious one. Actually, this back and forth characterizes the competition. Reese garners attention by making audacious claims and creating discussion on social media. By allowing her skills to shine, Clark gains respect. That distinction was made very clear by the Jordan comparison. Reese simply has ambition but no accomplishments as of yet. However, she respects Clark's performance. And that leaves one question looming over everything. Did Angel Reese expose herself to criticism she might not be prepared for, or was she only saying confidence into existence? Do you believe sales of AR1 shoes will increase? Please share your opinions in the comments section. For more videos like these, please like and subscribe. Thank you for viewing.